If you can read this sign, then that means you can read cursive. But today, most people can't read or write cursive. Today, I'll be talking about why cursive is still important and why it is still useful today. I'm talking about this because I can write cursive and it's very helpful for me. This speech is important because it'll show you why we still need cursive today. And my goal is to persuade that cursive is still useful and that should be taught in schools. My main points are the problem that students don't know how to read or write cursive, and the cause is because most schools don't teach cursive anymore. And the solution is that cursive is still helpful in many ways. And the last thing is that there are several things that you can do to help. My first main point is that lots of students today can't read or write cursive. Because they can't read cursive, they won't be able to read like notes from their grandma that were written in cursive, like birthday cards, or like the New York Times says, which was updated 2019, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights in cursive, so they won't be able to read that. Also, if you can't write in cursive, then you can't write your signature. And writing in cursive is faster than print, so writing notes in print wouldn't be as fast. My second main point is about what causes the problem of kids not learning cursive. It's because lots of schools aren't teaching it. Cursive isn't required in schools as much. According to New York Times, updating 2019, in 2010, Common Core no longer requires public schools to teach cursive for elementary, so kids aren't learning it. Instead, computer classes are seen as more important than learning cursive because it's seen that typing is faster in cursive. But cursive is still helpful, which is my third main point. Writing in cursive helps both the right and left hemisphere of the brain are used when you write in cursive instead of when you're typing, that's according to memorialpress.com, which is updated in 2018. Writing cursive also helps with fine motor skills. Like when people are first learning to write in cursive, they learn how much force they need to write on the paper. When you write in cursive, you remember things better than if you're typing. A professor from the University of Washington, Virginia Berninger, helped with research that kids through 6th grade, like she observed them for 5 years, and found out that when they handwriting stuff, that it was easier for them to put thoughts together and their words, and it was faster when they wrote in cursive than if they were typing. And that's from Washington Post, website, which was updated in 2016. My fourth main point is what you can do to help. Even though the Common Core does not require cursive anymore, many states have made laws that help kids learn cursive. According to the New York Times, in 2019, Illinois is requiring at least one cursive class has to be taught in elementary. In Texas, kids have to learn cursive before they go into 3rd grade. Something you could do is contact your state representative to help get laws more made to learn cursive in your state. Parents could also teach their kids cursive at home, or they could talk to their principal at their school to see if a cursive class could be taught. For older kids, like high school kids, they could learn cursive by looking up online classes to teach themselves, and they can get in groups to learn. If you know cursive, you can encourage others to learn. And you can practice cursive like whenever you need to take notes to get faster, so that way you can take faster notes and remember it better. In conclusion, I want to persuade that cursive is still useful and that it should be taught in schools. I talked about how students don't know how to read or write cursive, and I talked about the cause being that schools aren't required to teach cursive, and the solution is that cursive can be still helpful and what you can do. Cursive is important and it can be learned and taught for more generations to come.